2016, and he was sitting there at the DNC event all sad looking about to cry, and Hillary's up there bragging. They were all on Facebook, oh, I can't believe this is BS, da, da. And I went to every single one and messaged them, and I said, remember what I told you? Remember that? And they were like, and a lot of them, what they did was, well, okay, man, well, all right, man, well, they won't listen because they're frustrated. Like, what is it about Trump? It doesn't matter who, somebody asked me 10 questions, I'll give them 10 answers. They asked me one
People
question.
don't like to admit they're wrong.
They didn't. But when I laid it out for them, and they saw I was confident in how I laid it out, and I had my facts and everything lined up.
It takes a while.
Yeah, they kind of, you know, they either were like, okay, agree, disagree, whatever it may be. But as time went by, a lot of them became Trump supporters. There's a lot of my friends that are on my Facebook now, every time I post, they're posting just as much as I am, if not more. Trump-related stuff. You wouldn't have a clue that they were once big-time Bernie bros back in the day. And they were. I red-pilled a lot of people. And I tell people all the time, a lot of people talk to me, they ask me, oh, I'm trying to talk to my uncle, my grandfather, whatever, and they think they're not getting anywhere. A lot of times you are getting somewhere, the person's body language or what they're responding, they're not going to show you that you're getting there, but you are. There's been people that I argued with, and people told me, like, give it up, just don't waste your time with that person, they'll never get it.
Don't give it up.
And then I'll leave it alone. Eventually I'll get my point across, leave it alone, and time goes by and they reach out to me and say, you know what, I remember that when we talked about this? Yeah, it changed my mind, I'm looking at things differently. So it's there. So some people, like we know how people are, some people are just more hard-headed than others. And my family is a full hard-headed family. I got hard-headed family in the whole of America.
I just want to make a point. I mean, I think a lot of people are waking up, and a lot of people are getting red pilled, and you know, a lot of people are going to vote for Trump. Just remember, the Bolshevik Revolution was kind of mainly carried out by a handful of people. So it's about dedication. You know, they could still do what they want to do because they're dedicated. We have to be more dedicated.
I agree with you.
We can't focus on how like stupid the left is. Like that's kind of a distraction at this point. We need to focus on
that's why I stopped talking about
what we
AOC.
need to do at this point.
Keep giving the truth.
I stopped talking about it because she wants the attention period. She don't care how dumb she sounds. As long as you talk about her, good or bad, if people are talking about her, she's pleased. So I said, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you do, I'm not talking about you at all. You're done. So I get to do that with some, not just the candidates, but also Democrats voters. You know, they're out here being foolish, blocking freeways, being crazy, whatever. And a lot of times what they want, especially from us, is a reaction. They want a reaction, they want us to put our cameras on them, give them on Facebook Live, give them the attention. That's what they want. If you just ignore them, they're like children, they're like little children, like a little bratty little kid running around. If you ignore them, they stop. That's a lot with Antifa and Black Lives Matter. They got that child mentality.
You can. They want you to come back at them, to curse them, and they want that. They want that.
Oh, no.
I know when I walk, I work right across the street from Bryant Park, and that's where they all are around. Oh God. So when they have the big crowds there, I just walk right past them. I don't even look at them. I just go.
That's right.
I zigzag across. While everybody's taking pictures, everybody's snapping them. I just zigzag through, and I saw a few of them like look like pissed. I mean, really pissed because I just wasn't paying attention.
No, I had one time I was leaving Trump Tower and I was heading home, and I saw Antifa, you know, in Manhattan, and the whole pack of them just marking that street with the BLM, and, you know, all that stuff, and justice, you know, no race, no racism, no, you know, with fascism, no whatever, blah blah blah, whatever.
Right, no
so you know, so they're walking through in a big pack, all mostly, not to bring race in there, but mostly about 90% white people, all in masks and everything like that. And so I walked by them and I got my phone out, and I know how they are, and I said to myself, all I'm going to do is record them, and let's see what happens. So I got my camera out, started recording them. And I didn't say nothing. I just record them. And one guy walking by was like, "That's Christopher Wright. He's a fascist. He's a da-da-da-da-da." So when he said that, I mean, first thing I did, because I know people watching on live, I put the camera to me. I want people to see this is this racist fascist that they're talking about. People, me. This is what they're talking about. So I showed me real quick, and I flipped it back to them, and they had the bull horns and hitting the cymbals and all in my face, coming at me, and all this stuff like that. So the cops are walking alongside with them. And once they start getting kind of hectic, I try to cross the street. One of the cops grabs me and he kind of pushes me into the crowd. He's like, off the street. He pushes me right into the middle of Antifa.
Oh God.
So right now I'm in the middle.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm like, okay, well I'm here now. So if you watch the videos, it's me smiling like, hey everybody, I'm here. Everybody's being conservative, like smiling. And they're behind me, F you da-da-da-da, you Nazi, da-da-da-da. And they're behind me yelling and screaming, I'm walking through. And like there's like maybe 2 black people in the whole group. And one of them comes up to me and he's like, yo man, I saw you walking down such and such road. I know that road. I know where you at, man. I know where you live. And I'm like, I see him. I'm like, well, keep watching, man. Keep watching. But make sure you keep watching. I might learn something. And like, you know, so he's like cussing me out or whatever. And I get through the crowd, and and they're cussing me out. I said, okay, God bless you guys. You know, I kept it all the way peaceful. I didn't want to give him any reaction. If I would have took one swing or whatever, it would have jumped me, and it was, oh, he came here and did this. I didn't give him none of that. And I walked through and I showed the crowd and the audience. The video got a lot of attention, and everybody in the comment section was like, "You weren't doing anything. Like, you don't care if even if you're on the left and you're a Democrat, you watch that. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I didn't say a word to them until they confronted me, and even when I started talking, it was in positivity. And God bless you.
But you're a FedEx, and they're not.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I'm the, and I'm the fascist, and I'm the coon.
It started in Germany.
Yeah, yada yada
By
yada.
the way.
Really? Really?
Yeah, Antifa started over there.
Folks, one last question, Chris, but you still have the last bit of the 12 song. Hope you can go over before the end.
Yeah, I can talk to you guys all day.
Me too.
And we love you, Chris.
Love all you guys. By the way, this is the first time I've ever spoken
But, like,
public.
you gotta tell
It was
them-
at the Brooklyn Tea Party about a year and a half ago.
Chris, you have to tell them
Thank you, Chris.
about tomorrow's rally at 9 a.m. in City Hall. Chris,
Love you.
Tomorrow's rally at City Hall at 9 a.m. And was it like an anti-Black Lives Matter rally?
No. It's about the dining restaurants, the indoor
Oh yes,
dining.
banning restaurants.
I would love to go to
restaurants.
that, and I can't go now. See, because they keep doing last minute.
Yeah, I know.
It's 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
We gotta get.
I love to go all the time, but I'm working. I can only handle the weekend.
I know. One more question.
We got to organize. We have a problem organizing. That's our problem.
I work like.
Wait, we have one more question, everyone. One more question.
Oh, that's
You know, in general, if the president becomes president, can they sign an executive order without Congress and Senate approval?
No.
No, without Congress and Senate approval?
He signs
He
executive.
does. He signs a lot. He does. Yeah.
You can sign executive orders.
Okay, no, because you wanted to know, I was just curious, you know,
Yeah,
like for unemployment extension, I'm just asking in general.
And
Well, that
they're not
executive
supposed
order
to,
did-
but the Congress and the Senate have allowed it. So much like with Obama, with the Dreamer Act, it was not a proper execution of the federal government and the presidential power. But since nobody said anything, it stayed. There's always been a yin and a yang, so to speak, between the presidency and the Congress in the years leading up to Lincoln. The president was a very weak position. Most presidents during that time were only 4 years. They basically went in. They were basically shoehorned in. Yeah, we don't want this, but okay, you need somebody. We'll be a one body up there. It was a very weak position for many decades during that time. But technically, the president needs to go to the Congress and the Senate and ask for these things. Now, Senate and Congress can turn around and say, you know what, we're just going to let you have your way because we don't have the votes. We're not going to say anything. But no, you really can't. You can't. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but you can't. That's the statement.
You can't sign an executive order to give us money? Is that what you're saying? He has
Correct.
signed about 15 executive
Hold
orders,
on,
among them
hold on.
child.
I just want you to stop.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want you to think about what you're saying. The
Yeah.
president signs the laws. He doesn't make the laws.
No, he signs executive
Congress
orders.
and
He's
the
allowed to
Senate
do it.
make the laws. The president's job is to sign
I
the law.
understand that, but he has
He
already
has
passed
done
military
things,
act.
but again, there is a question over presidential power. And as we have explained a moment ago,
Yeah, no, I
in the
understand
time
all that. You don't have to
leading
explain
up.
it to me. I'm just
Again,
saying-
we're saying whether, we're not saying whether it's been done or not, we're saying whether it should be done or not by the Constitution, which is one of those things that here at the Tea Party, we are into the Constitution. Most of us are, and anyways, look, Chris, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
We would love to have you over here. November, we'll have our presidential victory party.
Oh, I've been looking for a place to
All
party, so
right.
this might be the location for that.
All right, so let's do that in a moment.
All right, I can tell you what
One second, let's just do the last of the cleanup. All right, folks, I'm sure Chris will be happy to talk to you afterwards.
Yeah, but I couldn't.
We have to go over the last bit over here right now, okay? Folks, if you want to be eligible to vote on November, you must be a paid member. If you have attended 4 meetings or more, by that time, you are eligible to vote, but only as a paid member. So that's the first one. 2, if you would like to run for a position, okay, it doesn't mean that when you run, that you are automatically elected to that position. But if you would like to run for president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, start thinking about it now. You may have some competition for that position, but start thinking about it. If you know somebody who's in the group that you would think would be a good fit for the position, start thinking about talking to your friends. You know, we're not in these positions for the rest of our lives. This isn't like the Democrat Party where Nancy Pelosi has been Speaker of the House and Democrat leader for God knows how long. All right, we don't, this isn't like certain positions where you just keep going until you're dead, and even then, as long as you're able to be voted Democrat, you're able to keep going, okay? We're not that. All right, so next club meeting is going to be tentatively in October. We are waiting until we have a little bit more knowledge about the situation come October. We're hoping we could maybe find a place outside of here, but if not, next meeting, plan on it being back here in the backyard of Glenn and Sarah. Glenn, we would like to thank you for the use of your backyard. We would like to thank Glenn, who always puts the club ahead of himself. I know, because dang it. Also the fact that he doesn't like to travel, so here he is. He didn't even have to move his car.
Great parking right out front.
Except for him. He's sucked up every car space there is in these 4 cars.
I park by a pump.
All right.
That's the only thing I can find around here.
I know, this is a horror show around here.
That's okay.
But thank you. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I appreciate coming out on a Sunday to hear Christopher Wright speak. Always a great conversation, and with Chris, with everyone. We have to remember to vote. We'll do that after. We have to remember to vote and bring people out to vote.
Yeah,
Bring people, talk to your friends, drive them, take them, walk them, do whatever you
I
must.
took them, take
Early
them,
voting,
I'm
let's
taking
use it
my
to our
day off, and I'm
advantage.
taking some
Take
disabled
them
people who are
to vote
that's all.
early, whatever.
And
Do it
people
early,
who
get it
are
over with.
taking them
But
the whole
keep
day.
us updated.
Yes, we're gonna do Christopher. We're gonna, whatever you have, like I said, with the account,
gotta do
let us know.
Told my
We
boss
put it
to
out
take
in
the
the
day
email
off
blast that
on
way everyone
election
knows.
day.
Also want
And
a
I have a
video,
lot of people
when you were
who are
saying with the 5 million.
Can I take a picture of your
Of course, please do.
They have, and
Don't forget to-
Len, you're gonna say, I wanna make sure I see
I'm
the top of
running
the head.
for,
They know they
Maybe I should turn the other way?
Yeah, turn the other way.
Turn more the other way? I can turn more. Tell me where.
Right there, look, I stand up front running for my life like that.
Have an election party.
oh, that was probably when I,
Oh, sorry.
You know how it is, you're a Nazi. It's a little confusing.
Everything's confusing with the other side.
You're what?
Ariel?
Ariane?
No, Ariel from Haiti. Are you Jewish, by the way?
so I want to thank everyone for coming out. God bless you all. And motion to close the meeting. Seconded by Alan. Thank you.
Look at the names of the email. And look at all
I don't
the
believe it either. Oh, that old circumcision joke doesn't go in. Because everyone gets circumcised these days.
Glenn.
Yeah, yeah.